seem like quite the achievement. If the use of points were as efficient as the ISO 8601 date and time format, it would be truly remarkable. However, I suppose we do need some form of entertainment in this endless experiment. So nice flex, Yellow Fran. Carry on collecting and spending those precious points. Let's just hope none of them get wasted on anything as mundane as rust prevention.
Well, I mean, that was decisively... Why are there so many biter friends in here? That is not good. Well... Well, we should have checked that before we made the decision, because that's most definitely not working as intended. I will now admit to that. Unfortunately, I cannot undo the prediction. I don't think I can do, anyway. Nope. I am not able to undo a prediction. I am sorry, you all just got scammed. And that was kind of the most important part. Why you know working though? Those are all ants. And that was the most important part. Yep. Insert your over stack size. That's also a very valid thing to do. Yep. Well, this has been a cluster. At least they will, I believe, craft all of those out. It'll buff out, chat. It'll buff out. All right, well, I guess we are updating that old blueprint. Weird cluster snuggle. You know what? Sometimes a cluster snuggle is just what you need, chat. Alright, let's put that into our little book of wonders. Where are you? Go on then. Alright, that is prod modules prod in. That means this guy can actually be turned off. Just complete that craft. At least it should be safe with all of these rocket launchers and lasers here. I shouldn't have said that. Should not have said that. Have we gotten all of the tier 1s out of our system? Yeah, we do. We have. Except for the uncommons and rares and stuff, but we can't really put those in here anyway, so that's good. And why are there still tier 2s here? That's from buffer chests? Yeah, that's what I'm talking. talking about. Okay, so that has 6 doubled. Wait, no. 8 doubled. Don't do math on stream, kids. That has 8 doubled our prod module outputs, which is pretty stonking if you ask me. I reckon we don't need 2 of these here anymore. In fact, this whole thing kind of worrisome. NGL. But I'm liking this. Liking it a lot. In fact, we're not producing any of the other modules on this planet anymore because this mole is now removed. But we are shipping them in on the tier 3 version, so I don't really feel like we need that production on this planet. And just to make this look consistent with the rest, I'm gonna put that hazard concrete on that line. Did we hazard concrete up this bad mama jamma as well? I think we should. Maybe later. Actually, what do we want? Do we put normal concrete in between these? I think we do. Oh, speaking of concrete, we need to set up a thing for this. We can't prod this, right? Oh, we can. Okay. Uh-huh. But how would we do this? We have 1 solid input and 2 liquid inputs and 1 solid output. That is actually the same as the LDS build here. 2 liquids in, 1 solid in, 1 solid out. So we could just reuse this build. That is a lot of concrete though. Like, a lot. Dude, look at this. We have epics already. I kind of sort of want to move this. And honestly, if we don't need the fish sitch, then we can just tear that down. Like Gorbachev and the wall. So, what I reckon we do here instead is we do bionutrients like that. The prod modules. Remove the fish nonsense. This doesn't put onto the belt anymore, but rather straight into here. But only if... Let's read the fuel. That means nutrients less than 1. And we'll have the same condition here. We're not going to produce nutrients if there already is some. This spoilage here will be our backup source. That doesn't need to be there. No there. And just keep stashing that. No fish in here. This shall trash unrequested and request bioflux. We'll keep like 10 in here. This should extract both the nutrients and the spoilage. This can also spoil, which of course means we need to extract that if it happens. And that doesn't need to be there anymore. This can be moved to be much nicer, like so. Okay, you know what? I like that a lot better. You do need to eat some of your own nutrients, though. Do we need to have more buffer here? Maybe 20? Stop it. Not that one. That one. Nay. That'll do, piggy. That'll do. Yep. The whole fish breeding thing was not strictly necessary, no. That said, we do want a tiny fish breeding thing. Just enough to make sure that we always have some fish on hand for a Spidertron build or two. But that will be on a much more small scale. So my biggest concern is the fish stock dying out. We want to prevent that, but we also want to have a cold start option from spoilage. In fact, we're going to be constantly rotting fish. And we can always find more in the lake. So I wonder if we just run this off spoilage. How much of that is in our network right now? We're running it off spoilage. Okay. In fact, we're running it very fast off spoilage. And how many fish do we need to run this? Okay. Mm. And of course also spoil from here. This shall only be for spoilage. Thing for there. Not that it... Oh, that does actually matter. Yeah, it does. And this is... Well, filters doesn't matter here because you cannot insert anything else than nutrients. Although I wonder if you need to be blue, green. This only has the one stack. Actually, that should probably just be a belt. In fact, same thing. I mean, I know you can place stuff on the ground, but I don't like that idea. And of course, this does not pick up spoilage. Spoilage is picked up here. Well, so, in fact, I feel like there's a better solution here. That's a little bit less janky. That there. Ooh, okay. Okay. Well, actually, anything else than fish is probably the better condition here. Just in case something gets yeeted in there for whatever reason. That means we're extracting spoilage from this, we're getting food. And we need to get fish both in and out of this thing. Actually, even gonna do it like that, so there's priority on taking the fish back before it gets back into here. And we need 2 fish to start the process, and this can grab more than 2. And we're going to eject more than 2 at once, so that should technically never break, knock on wood. We can then put this here to tighten the envelope. We power all of this with one of these bad boys. We're very close to being able to, but not quite. Unless we have an uncommon one. Do we have any uncommon power poles? What's it called? Pole. We do not. Okay. So let's not count on that being a thing. Can't really move these inserters anywhere. Let's say that's not necessary. This just inserts into there. Does that mean our problem is solved? Yes. Is there any reason ever to disable this? So if it is disabled for a long time and suddenly the last fish expires, that means we cannot start this. So it needs to be started before the last fish expires. But by the way of how we've implemented this, the last fish to expire will be in this chest, and that means starting up this might be too late if we try to detect from the chest, especially since this is not taking from the chest. If this was instead taking from the chest, and that would be fine, then we run into an issue if we don't have this inserter, because bots could drain the chest and starve this of fish. So that would need to be there still. What is the downside to turning this off? Or not turning it off, rather. High nutrient consumption. Which isn't an issue by itself, it's just that we might eventually, probably, possibly, run out of spoilage. And that would cause the process to die out, meaning we'd have to fix it manually. I would really like for this to be tiny, just to be tucked away in a corner somewhere and forgotten about. How long is the spoil time of the fish? How much is the fish? 2 hours. So honestly, if we craft once per 2 hours, we should be good. We could make a counter circuit, but I don't wanna, that seems overkill. I don't think we can somehow measure the spoilage level. Not that I know of, anyway. And inserting more fish will just average out the remaining spoil time. Is the produced fish automatically fully fresh? Whatever. You think so? Okay. Well, that's more than what I've got, so... Maybe we just try it like this, and if it fails, well, then it failed, and we move on with our lives. Let's get some water in from this pond over here. That means water will be available there. I reckon we just slammed this bad boy in here. And we call it an experiment. I wish there was a module I could use to make the crafting slower, like significantly slower. We can do that wiring. I know, we can make a counter circuit. I think that's overkill. And I don't really want to do that. So I have another idea I want to try here. Actually, that wasn't even necessary. This inserter here guarantees priority on taking a fish. But if we didn't take a fish because we didn't need it,